everybody, Lauren Alvin with Add-A-Pup Dog and Puppy Training. I want to talk about something that trainer Lisa Mullinax, Four Paws University, calls MLD syndrome. You might be experiencing this yourself. It's short for my last dog. So I hear a lot of this, and don't get me wrong, one of my favorite things about my job is listening to people talk about how much they love their dogs, and that's current dogs and past. And I love hearing stories about your amazing dogs that you grew up with, or your amazing dog who passed away last year. So I love to hear it. But when it becomes a syndrome, when it becomes a concern, is this. My last dog never chewed stuff up. My last dog never pulled on leash. My last dog was always calm around kids. My last dog always came when called. My last dog didn't take this long to learn this. My last dog was much more relaxed. They happen to be 15 years old. I've had poodles or Rottweilers or Newfoundlands or Bichons my entire life, and none of those dogs were anything like this dog. None of those dogs were this dog. Those dogs were them, and this dog is them. And yay, that should be celebrated. This is the dog you have now. Your last dog was your last dog, and they are special and should be cherished and celebrated for who they are. And the dog you have now is this dog, and they are precious and should be cherished and helped for who they are today. Be fair. So often, most often, the my last dog speech comes out when we're comparing apples to oranges. So the last dog was 15 when it passed away, and this dog is 15 months old. A very tough time for people and for dogs. So it's not fair to compare a 15-year-old dog who, you know, was only awake 5 hours of a day and was just, yeah, I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm a pro man. I know what the humans want. I know how to fit into the family, with a brand new bouncy adolescent who hasn't had the experience or the learning history and is a totally different individual. It's not fair to compare those dogs. Give this dog another 14 years and maybe it'll be a little closer, but senior dogs are different than puppies. Life changes. Your last dog, you might have been younger. Well, if it was in the past, you were younger by definition. You were younger, maybe you had more time on your hands. Maybe that dog went everywhere with you, and they were just who they were. They had the early puppyhood and genetic influences and chemical makeup that just made them who they were. And who they were was so special and incredible. And that's the same for the dog that you have now, but that doesn't mean that it's the same as one another. Confirmation bias or other memory biases, fading effect bias, selective memory. You tend to remember, and this is for the best, you tend to remember the most amazing, wonderful, shiny, happy things about your past dog, and hopefully your current dog too. But those are the things that stick out in your memory. You don't remember what your last dog was like when they were 15 months old, and you don't remember how aggravating that was. You remember all of the other years and all the other times and how special they were to you and how much they meant to you. And that can overpower and wash out the other, maybe arguably more realistic picture of what it was like to have an adolescent dog, that individual or this individual. And they're different. All dogs are individuals. It doesn't matter if they're related. It doesn't matter if they look the same or they have the same family tree or the same kind of coat or the same color nose. That's a pit bull thing. They're all different. All dogs are individuals. I am nothing like my sister, and we have the same parents and we grew up in the same house 2 years apart. We are very different people. You can't say that everyone who was born in Maryland is the same. It's just, we're different. Everyone is different, and that goes for dogs too. And that doesn't mean that you need to forget about your old dog or that you know, your old dog was a therapy dog, and so you want to do that with another dog. That's good and that's commendable, and having a goal is important. And the fact that that goal is informed by such a special dog in your past is that's wonderful. But that doesn't change who that dog is today. So be fair. I hope that helps. I'm not trying to shame anybody. I hope you know that. I love hearing about your old dogs, and I don't think it's unhealthy to say, well, my last dog never did this, because experience is important. And keeping things in context and comparing it to your past experiences is often valuable. But expecting one dog to be another just because they're yours or just because they're the same breed or appearance isn't realistic, and it's going to set everyone up for disappointment. And I don't want that. So let me know if you have any questions or requests. I Love the Vet is coming up June 7th, Thursdays at 7 p.m. At North Paws. Registration for that is on the website. Puppy 101 is once a month, also at North Paws Animal Hospital. I think the information for that is on, no, I didn't put it on the website. Puppy 101, you've got to register with North Paws, but the other one I'm handling. Classes are coming up. Zany to Zen is coming in August. Pet CPR is June 3rd, Sunday at 1. Let me know if you have questions or requests. Go give your dog a smooch if they like it. Give them a treat if they don't. Bye-bye.